Hello everybody. I want to speak about something that is really important to me. We all know that the system we live in today and the people that run the system, the group of elite that run the system, they are corrupt, they don't care about human life, they don't respect human rights, and basically these people are obsessed with money, power and domination. Now we all know how developed countries, we are kept enslaved through the TV, the media, keeping us distracted, dumbing us down to the point where we don't read anymore, where children don't go out to play anymore, but instead they spend hours after hours playing the video games, living in a false reality. But there is certain people that do have to face the reality, and I'm talking about people in third world countries like Africa, like people in South America, all those children who live in a cruel world where they got nothing to eat, where they have to live in complete poverty. But now let's talk about the reasons why. Let's take my country for example, Colombia. Colombia is a country where, because of the weather, everything grows. There's all sorts of fruit, vegetation, everything. But then you wonder, why is their children starving? Why is their children walking around, searching through the rubbish for food, starving, even dying of hunger? Over 500 years ago, the Spanish came to South America. They destroyed our culture and they took our resources. That was the main reason they came, for the gold and for the resources. Because if you control the resources, you have power. If you control the resources of a nation, you control that nation. And this is what the Spanish conquistadors did. They came, they invaded us and took our resources and enslaved the people. Nowadays, most countries in South America are still under the same enslavement, not by the Spanish conquistadors, but by multinationals, by corporations, most of them owned by this big mega rich elite that run the system. These corporations, these multinationals, they buy off people in government, they come into our land, destroy the land and take our resources. And the people don't profit from this. The only ones that profit are the high oligarchy, the rich in my country, and the owners and the corporations, the people, the ones that have lived in the land, the ones that work the land, people like me and you, people in South America, the people of South America. And the same thing, the same game is played in Africa and all these third world countries. They don't see the profits, they don't benefit from this. In fact, they don't benefit at all, because these multinationals, like the gold companies, they come and destroy their land. People that live off agriculture, people that live off the land, they get completely kicked out just so they can build a mine, just so they can dig out the oil for their own private corporations. And the people don't benefit from this. In fact, the people are better off without this, because the corporations, the multinationals, they poison the water through all the chemicals, producing their stuff, producing their products. They contaminate the rivers, the lakes, destroying everything. And the people are left to suffer in poverty. And what does somebody who has lived off the land, someone who has lived of agriculture all their life, what do they have to do? They have to go over to the city and nothing grows in the city. Fruit doesn't grow in concrete. Like my granddad, he's worked the land all his life, and he told me once, if you live and you work the land, you will never go hungry, because the land gives you everything you need. If you're hungry, you can grow your own food. The land gives you everything. But when someone is kicked out the land and has to go to the city, that's when they suffer. And that's what happens. These people are kicked out the land by these multinationals, so they can build the factories, the stuff to take the resources, leaving pain, poverty and misery.